Hello, YouTube. Hey, it's Matt here again. Hey, I got some books I want to show off. Books I've bought the last 2 weeks. I'm currently on the road, staying in a lovely hotel room, if you can't tell. But anyhow, I want to show some books. If you follow me on Instagram, some of these books I post on Instagram, but I know that not everyone follows me on both, so I figured I might as well show. Not all of them been on Instagram, but I figured I might as well show them off on YouTube as well. All right, first book I want to show up is God Loves Man Kills 2 of 2. Now, this was one of the most successful Marvel graphic novels that they ever made. They made them in the late 80s. They might have run into the early 90s, but they were thicker, square-bound books. I mean, they were definitely different than comic books, but Marvel graphic novels number 5 was the first God Loves Man Kills. I think this is a continuation of the story. I haven't read it yet. This is a variant cover, but to me it looks like the A cover, so maybe I'm wrong. But it does say variant cover on there, but I don't know. But anyhow, Chris Claremont, a tremendous writer. He's the one who wrote that, and it is one of the better liked X-Men stories out there. Got a Thor number 1 variant cover. Now, sometimes variant covers do well, sometimes they don't. I don't really know much about this one as far as value. Now, Thor number 1, the A cover, it's selling for quite a lot of money for a relatively new book on eBay and other sites. And, well, that's great and all, but every series collector I know owns at least 1 or 2 copies of Thor number 1. And in 10 years, whenever people are looking to buy that book, find it, they're going to be looking for the rare ones. Hey guys, I don't know if this book is going to be valuable in 10 years, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? And speaking of spec books, I've been getting into specking lately. I used to never do such things, but it's kind of fun. This is what they're considering the first cameo appearance of the Goblin King. It's the newest Batman villain. I don't know why it's a cameo, because he's clearly in this book, but I think I own 7 copies of this book. I just whenever I see it, I just pick up a copy. But here's Death Metal Guidebook. It kind of explains what's going on in that Dark Knight's Death Metal series. And speaking of picking up copies when I see it, Death Metal number 2, yet again. That's one of the 7. Speaking of 7, picked up 7 Secrets. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about this. This is from Boom Studio. It's number 1. And I'm a huge Michael Turner fan. Anybody that grew up in the 90s, and I mean, I'm definitely a kid of the 80s/90s, but we all liked Michael Turner, okay? I mean, he was just iconic, his art. So this is a Fathom number 0. And Fathom, 1 variant of Fathom number 1. And another one of Fathom number 1. Here we go. Now, I had a really good friend of mine, super honorable nephew. Some of you guys know him from Instagram and YouTube. Anyhow, he was talking about this series on one of his Instagram posts. This is Mercy. This is issue number 1. I don't know anything about it yet, but hey, if he likes it, I'm going to give it a shot, because he shouted out a couple series that I've read, and he has such great taste. Follow his IG channel, guys. Super honorable nephew. And if he recommends a series to read, trust me, read it, because the guy has good taste. This is the book that he showed today. He picked up a cover. This is Mercy number 5. So I saw his IG post, and I saw that this morning. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. And doing some shout outs today. Okay, this is Gung Ho, and if any of you guys follow Reggie Collects, you know that Reggie Collects has Gung Ho number 7, a Reggie Collects variant. Okay, and I had issue number 1. I like to pick up number 1s if I see them. I had that in the collection. Now I got to get the rest of them, 1 through 7, or 2 through 7, I guess. I think I own issue number 4 and 6, but I'm not positive on that yet. But anyhow, here is Gung Ho number 2. And I guess I own an issue or two of Gung Ho number 7, but not the 8 cover. This is issue number 5 of Gung Ho. It's a really good story. Here we go. Venom, number 16. This is a variant cover. This is kind of odd because a lot of times they will venomize characters or carnageize characters. And, well, I don't think I've ever thought about them carnagizing Venom. So maybe they'll venomize Carnage next. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's cool art. It's a nice cover. And here is the A cover for Venom 16. I was looking it up. The only thing I see is there's one little spine tick right here, or yeah, it's right here. It doesn't seem to break the ink, so I'm gonna try to press it. And actually, let's do another shout out. Okay, there's another great channel out there. Okay, Pressable Defects. Okay, I think Matt Forge is the one who came up with that name. But anyhow, give those guys a check, or give them a follow because they're an up and coming YouTube channel. Put out great content. But anyhow, the Pressable Defects is the name of it, and every time I see a little ding like this, I think of those guys. So give their channel check it out. Here's Venom number 27. Here's a variant cover. Picked it up. And here's that variant cover. This was San Diego Comic-Con 2019, limited to 1 to 4,000 covers. But anyhow, it's a nice little variant. Picked it up. Can never go wrong with Venom. Venom seems to be so hot right now. And I'll be honest with you, I'm really behind on the story because when I read comics, I like to read 10 at a time, or at least 10 at a time. That way I can have a good run of the story. Because I pick up 20, 30 books a month. And if I read each one of those books every single month, and they're all different stories, it's hard to keep track of what's going on. I mean, once I pick up the new one, I kind of remember what happened last month, but I just like to read straight through. So Venom, I'm probably about, 27? Yeah, I'm probably about 20 issues behind on Venom. I'm hearing it's really good. The first few were great, but I will catch up on them. Now, for some reason last year, or maybe it was early this year, I took Miles Morales off my pull list. And I don't know why. I always had Miles Morales ever since he came out on the pull list. But I just decided to take him off. And after 2 months, I was like, that's a dumb thing to do. So I put back Miles Morales. And I missed 2 issues. And I missed issues number 11, number 12. Well, here's number 12. So I'm filling that hole. And, of course, there's number 11. So I got this run going. And for the most part, every Miles Morales main title, I have full runs of them. But Silver Surfer Black, cool cover, cool series so far. It's going great. Now, Reggie Kleck fans, members of the Gibbon Gang, I was out and about just today with this book that I had found this last week. And this is the first appearance of the Gibbon, which we all know is Stan Lee's greatest supervillain. Forget, Doctor Doom or any of the others, Green Goblin, Kraven Hunter. It's definitely the Gibbon. Well, anyhow, I was out on Bourbon Street today in New Orleans, which is kind of an iconic street we all know about. It's French Quarter. Anyhow, I took a picture of me holding this. Now, I got my idea from my friend, Climbing Comics, who he climbed a mountain in Peru. He had this in his backpack, carried it all the way up the mountain, got a picture of himself holding ASM 110. I would love to see members of the Gibbon Gang take pictures of themselves holding ASM 110 various places in the world. If you go on vacation, take that with you. Have fun with it. I mean, if you don't, you don't, but it's kind of cool, I think. So I'd like to get something started. I think he did a great thing. And you can never have too much Gibbon. So got second issue Gibbon I picked up. But it's not COVID. I think it's just dry air. But anyhow, I picked up a couple slabs last week. And they were in Covert Comics, which if you watched my video last week, that's where I was talking about. But here's some books I got. First appearance of Rogue. This is Avengers Annual number 10. I'll be honest. Yes, it's a key. Yes, it's some people's grail, especially if you're a fan of Rogue. Okay, she's a very powerful X-Man. Yeah, X-Man, right? X-person. I don't know. I don't know what it's called in today's world, but you know what I'm talking about. First appearance of Rogue. This cover is horrible. With this ad here, and this is just the most eye-pleasing cover out there. But I'm kind of glad to have it in the collection either way. And I didn't mean this. This wasn't. This is a nice segue, but this was not intended. One of the absolute most eye-pleasing covers that I know that is out there. In fact, it might be my favorite cover of all time. Is Silver Surfer number 4. I love this cover. Silver Surfer coming down, Thor getting ready to whack him while he's standing on the Rainbow Bridge. I just think John Buscema outdid himself whenever he did this cover. Okay, great cover. Happy to have this one in the collection. Low grade, I don't care. I really don't. I just, the cover, this picture, or this book, it displays well. It doesn't look bad. This is a really nice book. I'm really happy to have this. But all right, guys. Hey, if you're not already subscribed, okay, yes, this is the first time I've ever asked for anyone to subscribe. But if you want to hit that subscribe button and maybe the icon or the bell icon, go right on ahead. That way you get to see different content that I'm putting out. But if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And everyone have a great day.